Yo, 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 yo. All right, we live. We in there, baby. Hey, everybody. This is Alpha, and this is part two of After Homecoming, the art of letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Um, so yeah, man, Mike and I went to homecoming last week, and it was really dope. It was a really dope experience. I was really happy that I got to go, not only because of homecoming, but because I got to go home. Um, I'm from New Orleans, so I got to see a lot of my family. My accent came back completely. So it was just really cool. I got to meet my niece for the first time, um, and that was super exciting for me. She's about 4 now, and I hadn't met her just yet. So I'm so happy that I got a chance to meet her. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come in and talk about my experience with homecoming and how it was for me. Homecoming is always really cool for me. I remember the first one that I went to was in 2014, and I went with, I don't know, with certain expectations. I didn't really know what was gonna happen, but I think that at that time in my life, I wasn't really feeling the best about myself. I was still in my depression. I hadn't really talked to a lot of my friends consistently in a long time, so I really didn't know what was going to happen when I went. And when I went there, it was amazing. It was, people saw in me what I couldn't see in myself anymore. And it brought a lot of life back to me. It brought a lot of acceptance and confidence back to me that I was just missing out on. And so every year, every other year, I've gone back to homecoming. I went in 2016 for my 10-year reunion, and then I went again this year in 2018. And it's really cool to see and really cool to talk about. I mean, you think about knowing somebody for, shoot, over, 10, 12, 16 years, and just seeing how they progress and seeing what we were versus who we were then versus who we are now. It's just really cool for me to see. And I definitely want to give a shout out to 1925 Society for allowing Mike and I to be a part of the celebration, as far as talking to different people and meeting different people and seeing what was going on. So for me this year at homecoming, it was a little different because my really, really close friends weren't there. Not a lot of them were there. And the ones that were there had other stuff kind of going on, so I couldn't really get up with them as much as I wanted to. So I found myself alone quite a bit at this particular homecoming, and it was different for me. I mean, I was back at home, so I got to see family, like I said before, and hang with them and do stuff with them. But being there and not necessarily being with the people who I came up in school with the entire time was definitely different. It definitely had me thinking like, oh man, like this is kind of weird being out here. At a certain point, it even felt kind of lonely until I took a step back and realized where I was at and what I was doing and what I had going on. It really gave me the opportunity to look at what everybody else had going on outside of myself. It was really cool to see at the tailgate different people have venues up and or booths up where they were just going over the different things that they were working on. Shout out to Black Coffee Co. Shout out to Teresa for the sweater she's been making. Teresa Sanders. I apologize for not knowing the married last name. And there was a lot of other people just had stuff going on, and so it gave me the chance to really just observe what everyone was doing and make it less about myself, which was really, really cool for me. Seeing how each of us is kind of growing and where we're moving to and what we got going on and engaging in conversation, and it just felt good once I got to get outside of myself. for a little bit. And then just seeing how the different things that Mike and I have been doing on the art of letting go, and hearing the conversations that people were having about that in particular, as far as people tuning in, checking it out, what it was doing for people that had actually heard the podcast. It just was revitalizing. It made me feel really good about the things that Mike and I were talking about, because when we first started the podcast, it was really just about us kind of talking and kind of having a therapy session. And it turned into us growing a lot. Excuse me, us growing a lot, and then it being more about how to help other people grow, and how can we continue to grow through the process of the things that we want to accomplish and things that we want to do, but also encourage everybody else to do what they want to do and follow their dreams and follow their hearts. And it's really exciting to see that, the work that you do, you never know who's tuning in. Mike and I get up and we do this every week, and we put out an episode every week, and we see that people, watch, but not everybody comments. So it was really cool to go back to an alma mater and to see them excited about what we had going on too. And it just gave me even more push to want to keep going. Not only with the podcast, but just with other things that I have going on in my life. And I want to give a shout out to Lachlan as well, because we had a conversation, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and he just checked in with me on it, like, he remembered, you know what I'm saying? And it was really dope to have that conversation, and to know that, the things that I talk about with my boys, or people that I used to get up with, even though we don't talk all the time, the fact that they are still checking in, and the fact that they still care, and the fact that it's love, man. And that's why Xavier is so family oriented for me. Like, it's just about getting up with family. Yeah, we get together and we drink and we party and we have a good time. But at the end of the day, it's all about care. It's all about love. It's all about progression. It's all about what you got going on, no matter what it is, what you got going on, and keep pushing forward with whatever it is. And you have my unsolicited support behind it. And that's really what it's about. And then outside of that, it's just dope, man. Like, I can't say enough about what Xavier has done for me in my life. Just the connections that it's brought upon my life, and then the growth that I just got from being in college and being at a HBCU, and seeing how that has changed my outlook on things, as who I am as a person, how I carry myself. Like, I'm proud to say that I'm a Xavier graduate. I'm very proud to say that. And going back now and seeing the opportunities that Xavier and the people that went to Xavier are giving myself, Mike, and different people, like the 40 under 40, and just the acknowledgement that you get when you go back to the school. I don't know if I've had conversations with other people that don't have a similar experience when they go back to reunions, or don't even want to go back to their reunions. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just proud to say that I'm a Xavier graduate. I'm proud to see all of my boys and all of my homegirls doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is moving in a certain direction. Everybody. And for those who weren't able to make it, please just try to make at least one homecoming, because you will not regret it. Like, you'll never regret going up to Xavier and seeing your friends, seeing old friends. Even, I don't really know if anybody had old enemies up there, but even seeing somebody that you didn't necessarily get along with, like, I bet y'all be cool now. It's a really exciting experience, and I definitely encourage everybody to try it out at least once. And so you can see it for yourself. It's really, like, re-energizing to go down there and experience homecoming like that. I walk back into the week feeling refreshed, feeling like, all right, I got stuff I need to do. There are things that I want to accomplish. There's places that I want to move into. And it has nothing to do with, like, proving anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about, like, oh, these people is doing this, so let me go harder and do nah. It's really like, yo, it's really motivating to see y'all moving. You know what I'm saying? To see black excellence, to see black males and black females with their kids and with their families, and everybody's moving in excellence. It's beautiful to see, and super encouraging. And I definitely, even if you don't go to Xavier, I took my homeboy out there with me in 2014. Was that 2014? I believe that was 20. Yeah. That was 2014. I took my homeboy out there with me. He went to Michigan. He went to Michigan State, big school. You know what I'm saying? And he loved the environment. He loved the experience. He was like, man, I wish I would have went to a school like this. And it was really cool. So I just want to continue to encourage everybody to follow your dreams, to follow your hearts, to follow your passions, and not to give up. To continue to reach out and tell others what you have going on so that we can hold you accountable in a loving and compassionate way. And to just keep building. Like, use the connections that you have to your advantage, because everybody wants to support you. Everybody wants to love on you and wants to see you do well. And that's really what it is at the end of the day. And so to wrap it all up, I want to say that I went out there with an expectation to see my family and to reunite, or to unite with my niece, which was really cool, man. It was really cool to see my niece and to meet my niece for the first time, and to have her like just play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was really dope to me. And I got to see my other niece and my brothers and my cousins and some aunties, and that part is always dope because it's New Orleans, it's home. And a lot of people don't know that I'm originally from New Orleans, but I am. And so that's always cool. But the aspect of feeling like I was out there by myself, to getting up with Lil Gio, what's up Giovanni, and hanging with him for a while and just reminiscing on old things and going out to the parties and to the clubs. And it wasn't even like crazy. It was just cool to talk. It was just cool to talk. It was cool living in LA. I don't always get to get up with black folks a lot, like that consecutively and that consistently and that on such a, I guess, high level, for lack of a better word. But it was cool to see how people were moving. And I'm really happy, again, to say that I went to Xavier University of Louisiana. It's done a lot for me and my family. I wholeheartedly support it in multiple ways. I say that. And thank you again for the opportunity to come onto campus and to share that experience with others, to talk to other people about what they have going on and see what it is. So shout out to Xavier University, shout out to 1925, shout out to XULA 1925, shout out to Mike Brown, and everybody that attended Xavier, even if you didn't finish at Xavier. It's always love. So yeah, man, that's it. It's just a quick episode. I just kind of wanted to share some things, and thank y'all for tuning in. You can find us at Just Mike Brown on all social media. You can find Mike Brown under PrimoMiguel.com for the music and anything else like that. You can find me at Alfpha Presents, ALFPHA_presents on social media. You can find The Art of Letting Go on iTunes, Google Drive, Google Play. What else we on, man? YouTube. And make sure y'all tune into what 1925 has going on Instagram at 1925 Society. And, continue to support the alma mater. It's definitely worth it. Thank you. Special thanks to Ronnie Favors and Ariane Lee and Nadre. I really appreciate y'all quite a bit. And it's always love. If anyone ever needs anything, you know where to find me. I just gave you all my social media handles. So this is Alpha, and this is The Art of Letting Go. Letting go. Letting go. All right, y'all. Yeah.